So time to have a look at the Lamborghini Countach. Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again thank you for stopping by. So in this video I'm going to get into this car. The box is a little bit battered, but believe it or not, there's a brand new half-built project in here, and the thing is just awesome. So also a massive thank you to Keith in the US who sorted me out with this kit, which is just mind-blowing. I've personally been after this kit for quite a while, but they've started to become like they're rare now, to be honest. But more sort of importantly than that, the ones that are for sale are ridiculous. In my opinion, are ridiculously priced, if I'm honest. Apparently Keith got this for an amazing price off eBay, which is just awesome. So this kit, a few details about it. Its part number is 58413 and it was released in October 2008, so it's starting to get a little bit of age together. Obviously it's on the TT01 chassis Type E, and this particular kit comes with the LED kit for it as well. But for me, it's all about this body shell. So let's get a little bit sentimental, a little bit of nostalgia. If you're my age, I'm 48. There was two supercars back around that time, which kind of spanned across the 80s. One was the Lamborghini Countach and the other was the Ferrari Testarossa. Now, I have very fond memories of this car. If you were like me and you were a Lambo fan, did any of you have the white Countach big poster on your bedroom wall? I did. Wow, I used to look at that all the time. Now, my memory of the two cars might differ from yours. I always remember it was a little bit back then. It seemed like it is now with the mobile phones. You know, Apple against Android. It was like you were either in the Lamborghini Countach camp or you were in the Ferrari Testarossa, and whichever camp you were in, you didn't like the other one. Do you remember it like that? That's how I remember it. I was certainly like that. I loved the Lambo, but I just had no love for the Testarossa back then. But now, obviously, I appreciate what it was. I think the two biggest memories I have for the Lamborghini was that white poster on my bedroom wall, which I've tried to Google it, but I just can't find any images of it. And also the opening scene of the Cannonball Run movie with the black Lambo when the police car's chasing it. Just such a class opening scene, and I don't know how many times I've watched that. Now obviously the Ferrari Testarossa was on, the white version of it was on the Miami Vice with Don Johnson, if you remember that. So I think the Testarossa may have, because of that TV series, it may have been more popular than the Lamborghini. I don't know, what do you think? Anyway, let's drag a camera over and just have a look at this thing. So as I said, the box is a little bit frazzled, but I don't collect boxes. Sometimes if I've got a mint one, I would have cut the main picture out just to sort of for some wall art, but I still could probably do it and get it flattened with this one. But yeah, this is back when Tamiya with the TT01 kits used to do kind of proper box art instead of the sort of generic boxes we get today. So you're actually looking at this for the first time as I am, so we'll kind of do it together. What I've been told by Keith is the chassis has been built already, and it's just the body shell that needs completing, and apparently everything's in there to do that. So yeah, let's start taking the bits out. So I thought instead of wading through the box and taking all the bags out individually, we'll just go straight to the car. So yeah, that's what stage it's up to. So you TT01 guys will know that the upper deck's missing, but it's here. It's just been taken off for some reason. No body posts on it, but everything's still on the trees. And we've got, as you can see, brand new, never run. How cool is that? I'm curious about these front wheels. If this is just, obviously I'm looking at this at the same time as you, those Lamborghini wheels are just awesome. But yeah, there's just, the nut is just, it's about 1 mil short of the nylon, but the front, look how much spoke's coming through there. I wonder if that's correct. I don't know, maybe the Lamborghini body shell's quite narrow at the front. It feels really good. It actually feels ball raced. I won't whiz a wheel off, but That's not on very straight. And then the overall, yeah, it does kind of feel ball race to me. Now this is an early, or an early-ish TT01, and it's got the, what's the code on that? That's the TEU 101 BK speed controller, which is a brushed one. Now, interestingly, it's got a different motor in it. So that looks kind of cool. Don't know what it is. That's an interesting motor. I've not seen that one before. So that logo there's a Yeah Racing. And it says something moto down here, and it's got a 15 turn. So it's obviously a silver can motor, but obviously it's brushed. But it's a 15 turn. It's one of those that's got a fan on the rotor to keep it cooler. So that's pretty cool. I've not seen that before. 15 turn. You'd imagine that'd be pretty quick, wouldn't you? Got no plans on running this at the moment, if I'm honest. So when I do come to actually do it and sort of finish the chassis off, because the steering bits are missing off of it, which we just got to do it. I'm going to whiz that motor out. The standard 540 is in the kit box, so I'll put that back in. And I'm going to run that because I'm really curious to see how that goes. And also, I've just thought, I'm pretty sure that old Speedo's got a 23 turn brushed motor limit. I'm sure it has. Surely that won't power a 15 turn, even though it's a sealed end cap, end bell motor. If you know that in the comments, let me know. I'd be really interested about that. So yeah, that's basically the chassis. So as I said, this is the LED version kit. So we've got I always get this code wrong, the TLU01, which is the LED unit, and looks like you get 4 LEDs with this kit. Thought it might be 6, but it looks like there's 4 LEDs. Obviously you can add to it, and then within that you get the light buckets. Again, some exhaust in chrome. Really not sure. I think the LEDs are on the lower front bumper on this one at the front, which will probably be these. They'll possibly for the rears, but again, I'm sort of making this up as I go. And then we've got the plastics for the car. So that's the back end. So I'm guessing they're basically light buckets. That's what it looks like. So they've got to go in, mirrors, and then of course the epic LP500 Lambo spoiler, which God, it just needs, doesn't it? That's cool. Right, let's have a look at the body shell. So first up we've got the original decals. Again, relatively basic. There's actually more decals on there than I thought there would have been, if I'm honest. That looks so cool. So cool. I might have to see if MCI do these, and if they don't, I might take a scan of them before I fit them. So other people can use them. We'll see. And then the uncut body shell, which is obviously the main part of this whole project for me. Just absolutely adore this car. What a thing. It's a little bit grubby. It's still got a protective film on it. There's no dents in it or anything. Sorry, it's probably not coming on camera. The shape are too good with being transparent. But yeah, I'll need a good clean in hot soapy water first. But very basic, to be honest. Obviously with 8 arches in the shell. Looks like there's some bits front and back down here that do something that you need to cut out. I think it's got those on the back as well. Yeah. So there's some pieces to cut there. And then, yeah, I mean, it's relatively straightforward. The wheel arches should be pretty cool to do as well, with this score and snap technique, because it's not round. I always struggle with the round ones. These are a little bit squarer, so it might be a little bit easier to do. Do you get masks? Yes, sorry I didn't show you that. So we've got all the masks on the back of the decals. It's a relatively straightforward shell to do, this one. Once I get started on it, it's not going to take too long. But how good is this going to look? So I've managed to get it all back in the box. That was a bit of a mission, got to be honest. That probably took longer to do than to make this whole video. Anyway, now on to the important part of this video. What colour to paint it? My gut feeling straight away is to do it in white, just because it relives my childhood memories. But obviously I'll put pictures up. Obviously we've got the option of white, we've got the option of the box art black, we've also got the option of red, and I've just put a yellow picture up. That doesn't do it for me, to be honest. I think that yellow doesn't work for me. But white, black or red are all just absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, me, I'm leaning towards white right now. So please stick that in the comments what you think. And any other colours. I'm guessing, obviously, there will have been a lot of custom Countaches out there with different colours. So if you know of any, let me know, because before I start this, I'd like to go through his comments and see what your ideas are. Out of the three, out of the white, black and red, I think red would be my least favourite. Second would be black, and white as number one. And I think white is because it's one of my favourite colours and it shows the full body shell, if that makes sense. You do a black one, I just think you start missing stuff. It'll still look ultra cool, I get it, but the white, you just see every part of it, if that makes sense. So that's kind of why I'm leaning to that. But yeah, I'm open to your suggestions. So I think I've pretty much covered everything. Once this video is published, I'll jump into the comments and see what you guys think, and then after that we'll get started on it. I did have a look at the chassis off camera, and there's a little bit more work. There's a lot of screws that are loose and stuff, so it looks like it's kind of been built, I wouldn't say in a rush, but it's not been built 100% correctly. So I just need to go over everything and tighten everything up, and obviously add the steering, top deck, body mounts and all that kind of stuff. And then we can get onto the body shell part. I also think in white with some tyre decals on it, that could look pretty badass as well. And obviously work on the stance. I know that the wheel arches on these, the wheels are not supposed to be kind of flush with the body or just slightly in. They are quite in a little bit. So I don't want to make it look too unrealistic, if that makes sense. I want it to look like the Lambo, but try to get it as low as we can. I'm pretty excited about this one, so I'm starting to dribble on. So once again, my friends, before I do that, again, Keith, I'm family in the US. Honestly, can't thank you enough for this kit. It's just, well, it's just fantastic. It's, as you know, there was a couple of TT01 kits that I really wanted, and I didn't really think I was going to get them, just because they're getting rare, but mainly again because of the price. To actually have this now and it's going to be in my collection is just absolutely awesome. So my friends, thanks so much for watching. It is really honestly appreciated. If you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing to support us, and if you do that, smash that notification bell for our weekly videos. The Tamiya LP500 Lamborghini Countach is more of a classic hypercar from back in the day. Happy RCing.